Fabian Sinelli and Ben Thompson here from EYS Auctions, here to bring you our end of financial year for the year of 2020 and 2021 market wrap. And Benny, what a crazy 12 months it's been.
Wild, man.
It has absolutely been wild. As a business, we conducted 1,108 auctions. We had a really strong clearance rate of 78% over the last 12 months. We averaged 5.8% over the written reserve for all the properties we knocked down under the hammer. But what we really took out of the last 12 months was probably the amount of interruptions that we've had. Not just with our business, but of course the real estate industry. We had to explore online auctions again. Obviously, we were bouncing in and out of lockdowns, which was really interesting, but we're so proud and happy that we were able to conduct a lot of online auctions and able to sell most of them under the hammer. We also want to give a bit of a shout out to our online auction partner, eAuctions Live. They're our online auction partner. They were so supportive to us over the last 12 months when we conducted our online auctions, and they're going to be helping us out moving forward with further online auctions, no doubt. A little bit of a market take over the last 12 months. The fear of missing out is still very real, and it has been. We've noticed the ferocity with bidders at auctions is just absolutely out of this world. I've been told that it is the hottest market since 1988, the market we're in right now. Obviously, we had COVID interruptions, and then when we had that backlog of buyers finally being able to bid back out on the street, with being able to physically inspect the property, it caused a lot of ferocity in the marketplace. Now with that, Benny, I'd like to get into some stats for June now, because it is a June market wrap as well.
It is.
So you've got some stats to run us through.
I did, mate, thank you. We had 78 auctions across June with 2 weeks of COVID lockdown there, as you mentioned, so probably could have been a bit stronger. We pushed a lot back into July, but of the 78 we had, we sold 87 under the hammer with an average of 7.7 over the reserve there as well.
Now that's 87% clearance rate, I'm assuming. Yeah, no,
yes.
don't apologise, that's fine. 87% clearance rate, really, really strong. We had a lot of success stories in the month of June. There were a lot of auctions there, so finding two were really difficult, but we have decided to go with these two. So the first one I'm going to bring up was actually an online auction. It was conducted on June the 5th at 10 a.m. with our superstar auctioneer, Manny Zanelli. The client there, of course, was Ray White Seddon. The address, 30 Hick Street in Spotswood. Now, this property was conducted at 10 a.m. It was a 45-minute online auction. It was grueling. I remember watching this auction and Manny conducting it, and the way he was able to work the floor per se, but the digital floor, I really should say, was just phenomenal. The property ended up selling for $1,402,000, which, Benny, get this, it was $302,000 above the owner's written reserve price. That is, of course, a ridiculous result for an online auction, and it just goes to show that despite the method of auction, it still works. And we're big believers in this. Auction everything and only auction, because especially in this marketplace, you are definitely going to reap the reward and benefits for your vendors. Now, Benny, I know you had one at the back end of June. This was an on-site one.
Yes, last weekend actually, on-site, which was great. And I think, mate, for us, sometimes it's about the results and other times it's actually just about the people involved in the sales as well. And this was certainly one of those, and probably both, where we had a lady that really, she's been through the ringer for the last few years and had a lot of personal trying times, and for her this sale wasn't about upgrading or downsizing or any of those things. It was actually just about creating a new home and destination for her whole family. So if we're able to help her through that process with the team at Win Real Estate, and Audwin Mabrata and Sean Lynn were the main selling agents there, and the property address of 25 Lords Avenue in Mulgrave. We conducted an auction last Saturday, Fabian, the 26th of June at 1 p.m. We actually had 5 bidders there, Fabian, which was incredibly strong across a crowd of probably close to 100. A massive shout out from me, I think, to Audwin and Sean for the way they worked the floor. We were able to have an auction there where we didn't need to go inside. They were able just to manage their 5 bidders, encourage them along the whole way, and see the auction flow incredibly strongly, and then sell, as I said, for $933,000, which is a massive number over her reserve of $850. So an incredible result for all involved, and a really special one for me, and I think Audwin and the whole team at Win as well, and probably for you. And I think from when you told me really on when I started this job, it's not a right, it's a privilege, and being able to help someone through their process and their whole life rather than just achieving a price outcome, sometimes those are the ones that are a bit more special for us. So
those little 1%ers, Benny, I think you've hit the nail on the head. You know, it is definitely a privilege for what we do on a weekly basis, and we want to thank the team at Win Real Estate for their ongoing support and for allowing you to conduct that auction under such special and unique circumstances. Now, Benny, it's hot tip time, and as you know, I feel that stock levels are going to start to increase. They were going to increase, but then we had a lockdown, so we're going to say that they're going to increase again. We know it's going to happen. It's inevitable. This is what happens with market trajectory. So agents, brace for that. Brace for the market to have an increased amount of stock hitting the web portals. Now, when that happens, it's so important to treat every single buyer as if they're gold, because your buyers are going to have a bit more choice now when there's other properties that come on the market. So every buyer that walks through your open home, make them feel in control that they've got an opportunity to buy the property. Treat them like gold, as I said, and run one-on-one bit of coaching meetings with them the week leading into the auction. That will ensure that they stay in control, they feel in control, and they will bid successfully on the day. Now, Benny, take us out.
Mate, we want to say thanks to everyone. It's been a massive 12 months and a tough 12 months for a lot of people. So thanks to all our clients that are loyal and their continued support. And if you're interested in partnering with us moving forward, just feel free to reach out.